Reporter Chris Thyro with the details.
The process of vetting the 22 nominees to the cabinet, as announced by President William Ruto, inched closer after members of the National Assembly unanimously approved the names of members who will serve in the Appointments Committee.
1, the Honorable Nelson Koech, MP.
The committee, which will be chaired by Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, and include the members of the House leadership, will have a total of 21 members. Majority and minority leadership ensured the list met the regional, ethnic, and gender balance.
If you look at the names, Honorable Speaker, they are not just seasoned members of this House, but members who also represent various interests.
And with the Committee on Appointments ready, the next phase is to invite the 22 nominees to the cabinet for vetting. However, legislators from Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party took issue with some of the nominees who it claims have integrity questions.
This House cannot be a rubber stamp. This House, in vetting nominees for appointment as cabinet secretaries, is exercising its constitutional duty.
His Excellency the President has made it clear, at least to those of us in the leadership, that he will allow Parliament to exercise our mandate without hindrance, without undue influence and interference.
If the President brings the names of persons who, in the wisdom of this House, don't pass the suitability test, we are not trying to dictate the President on who to appoint. No. Far from it. We are simply telling the President that please, you have the time to go back and pick from amongst 25 million or so Kenyans those who can pass the test.
The legislators also approved the names of members who will serve in the selection committee that is mandated to constitute the rest of the departmental committees.
And at the vetting point, I want that question be set before each of the nominees. If they are willing to come personally to this House to answer to questions, or if they are willing to send representatives like many of them will want to when they actually become the bosses and not the servants of the people.
We will do our work as members of Parliament to oversight and offer meaningful oversight on government.
Meanwhile, members of the National Assembly are expected to go for their first short recess from Thursday this week to the 25th of November to pave way for the selection committee to constitute the departmental committees before officially starting the legislative agenda on the 25th of November. However, there will be no recess period for the 22 members who will now be serving in the Appointments Committee, given that the committee is scheduled to start vetting the 22 nominees to the cabinet by next week, before presenting their report on the 25th of November, when the House will have resumed from recess. Chris Thyro, KTN News at Parliament Buildings in Nairobi.
Now, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya supporters in Mathare had something to smile about today.